Nestled within the complex architecture of the human body lies the brain. This intricate organ, weighing merely 3 pounds, serves as the command center for every thought, emotion, and memory we experience. The brain's ability to adapt and rewire itself, known as neuroplasticity, underscores its remarkable resilience and capacity for learning throughout our lives. Researchers from the University of Edinburgh found that a variety of factors, including smoking, high blood pressure, and diabetes, all conditions that affect your blood vessels or vascular risk factors, may also hurt your brain. Over time, these factors may lead to brain deterioration and increase the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. But are these the only factors that negatively impact our brain health? In today's video, we will delve deeper into 12 daily habits that may put our brain at risk without us even realizing it. Also, stick to the end of the video where we will talk about 5 foods that may protect your brain from daily damage. Hence, keep watching. 1. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep doesn't only make you tired. Most probably, you are unknowingly putting your brain at risk. During deep sleep stages, the glymphatic system, a waste clearance system in the brain, becomes more active, flushing out harmful proteins like beta amyloid, which may accumulate and lead to Alzheimer's disease if not adequately removed. Without sufficient sleep, this detoxification process is compromised, allowing toxins to build up and potentially damage brain cells. Chronic sleep deprivation may also lead to long-term mood disorders. The emotional center of the brain, the amygdala, becomes overly reactive to negative stimuli when we're sleep deprived, while the prefrontal cortex, responsible for regulating emotions, becomes less active. This imbalance may increase the risk of developing mood disorders, such as depression and anxiety. Furthermore, sleep is essential for memory consolidation and learning. During sleep, particularly during the rapid eye movement phase, the brain processes and consolidates information and memories from the day. Moreover, sleep has been proven to improve metabolism, regulate metabolism, and reduce mental fatigue. A minimum of 7 hours of daily sleep seems to be necessary for proper cognitive and behavioral function. 2. Excessive stress. When we encounter stress, the body releases cortisol, a hormone designed to prepare us for the fight or flight response. Cortisol has a direct impact on the hippocampus, a region of the brain crucial for learning and memory. High cortisol levels may inhibit the generation of new neurons in the hippocampus, leading to memory problems. Over time, this may even contribute to the shrinkage of the hippocampus, further impairing cognitive functions and memory. Furthermore, chronic stress affects the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and self-control. Excessive cortisol may disrupt synaptic regulation here, making it more difficult to make decisions, regulate emotions, and inhibit inappropriate behaviors. Stress also triggers the amygdala, which deals with emotions and reacts differently to short and long-term stress. Short-term stress increases connections, enhancing emotional responses, while long-term stress may lead to anxiety and PTSD-like behaviors by causing structural changes. Engaging in mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing exercises may also help regulate the body's stress response, reducing the production of cortisol. Sharing concerns with friends, family, or a professional may provide emotional support and alternative perspectives on stressful situations. 3. Poor diet. A diet high in sugar and unhealthy fats may lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's response to insulin becomes less effective. Insulin isn't just crucial for blood sugar regulation, it also plays a significant role in brain signaling. When insulin resistance occurs, it disrupts these brain signals, affecting cognitive functions and potentially increasing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, often referred to as type 3 diabetes due to this connection. Apart from that, diets lacking in fiber and essential nutrients may alter the composition of the gut microbiome, leading to a decrease in beneficial bacteria. This imbalance may enhance the permeability of the intestinal wall, allowing harmful substances to enter the bloodstream and potentially reach the brain, further promoting inflammation and negatively affecting mood and cognitive functions. A 4-year-long study on about 6,200 older females in the United States reported that high amounts of saturated fatty acids were associated with worse cognitive and verbal memory trajectories. In contrast, higher MUFA intake was related to better trajectories. That's why you should focus on having a proper diet such as the Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats like olive oil, and lean proteins, which have been shown to support brain health. 4. Dehydration. Dehydration, even in mild forms, may have a profound effect on the brain, which comprises about 75% water. Water is essential for nutrient transport and biochemical reactions within the brain. When dehydrated, the brain struggles to maintain the energy levels required for these processes, leading to fatigue and impaired cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and decision-making. Simultaneously, dehydration affects the brain's structure. It leads to brain shrinkage as the brain's cells lose water, temporarily reducing the brain's volume. This shrinkage creates tension within the skull, potentially leading to headaches and further impairing cognitive abilities. In a study with 12 men, the effects of dehydration and rehydration on cognitive functions and mood were examined over 36 hours. Following a 36-hour period without water, their performance declined, notably in areas like memory and attention. However, after rehydrating with 1.5 liters of water, significant improvements were seen in mood, memory, attention, and reaction times, underscoring the critical impact of hydration on cognitive health and mood. To mitigate the risks associated with dehydration, a general guideline is to drink at least 8 glasses, about 2 liters, of water per day. Consuming fruits and vegetables with high water content, such as watermelon and cucumber, may also contribute to hydration. 5. Smoking. Nicotine, the addictive component of cigarettes, temporarily stimulates the brain, releasing neurotransmitters such as dopamine, which enhance mood and concentration. However, this is a double-edged sword. Over time, the brain adjusts to these surges in dopamine by reducing the number of dopamine receptors. This alteration not only diminishes the smoker's ability to experience pleasure, leading to increased smoking to regain the dopamine high, but also impacts other dopamine-regulated functions such as mood regulation and cognitive processes. Carbon monoxide, another byproduct of smoking, has a higher affinity for hemoglobin than oxygen does. Without adequate oxygen, brain cells begin to function less efficiently, leading to potential cognitive decline and an increased risk of stroke. In a study with about 700 participants, researchers found that cigarette smoking is associated with reduced grey matter volume in the brain, a condition linked to dementia. To mitigate the risks associated with smoking, the most effective strategy is cessation. Quitting smoking may halt and even reverse some of the brain damage. Nicotine replacement therapies such as patches, gum, or lozenges may help manage withdrawal symptoms by providing nicotine without the harmful effects of cigarette smoke. 6. Excessive alcohol consumption. Alcohol's impact on the brain is both immediate and long-term. Initially, alcohol alters the balance of neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. It boosts the effects of gamma-aminobutyric acid, which leads to decreased brain activity, resulting in the relaxation and lowered inhibitions often felt with moderate drinking. Simultaneously, alcohol inhibits glutamate, a neurotransmitter responsible for excitability, further slowing brain function. However, the brain attempts to maintain equilibrium, adapting to these changes with prolonged alcohol exposure. This adaptation makes the brain more reliant on alcohol to maintain neurotransmitter balance, leading to tolerance and dependence. When alcohol is absent, neurotransmitter activity may rebound, causing withdrawal symptoms that range from mild anxiety to severe complications, such as seizures. According to a study, almost half of alcoholics who seem cognitively normal actually have structural brain damage, with specific deficits in non-verbal reasoning and psychomotor speed not evident on standard IQ tests. For those who choose to drink, following guidelines for moderate alcohol consumption may help. This typically means up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. For individuals with a history of addiction or specific health issues, abstaining from alcohol may be advisable. 7. Lack physical exercise. Many people don't even know that without regular exercise, they may not only be able to shed excess weight, but also have their brains highly impacted. Regular exercise increases the heart rate. This enhanced circulation delivers vital nutrients and oxygen that support neuron health, promote the growth of new blood vessels in the brain, and facilitate the removal of waste products. Furthermore, exercise stimulates the production of neurotrophic factors, such as brain-derived neurotrophic factors, which are crucial for the growth, maintenance, and survival of neurons. It, in particular, plays a significant role in memory and learning by supporting synaptic plasticity, the ability of synapses to strengthen or weaken over time, which is essential for learning and memory. A 9-month-long study involving 245 preschool children found that higher aerobic fitness and motor skills are linked to better cognitive functions. Specifically, children with better aerobic fitness showed improved attention, while those with superior agility and dynamic balance performed better in working memory and attention tasks. Engaging in at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity activity each week, as recommended by the World Health Organization, may provide significant benefits for brain health. In addition to aerobic exercise, strength training exercises at least 2 days a week may further enhance brain health by improving muscle strength and endurance. 8. Ignoring mental health. Depression is not only a mental health disorder characterized by persistent sadness and a lack of interest or pleasure in life, but it also has profound effects on the brain itself, altering its structure and function in significant ways. It is associated with imbalances in several key neurotransmitters, including serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, which are critical for regulating mood, motivation, and feelings of pleasure. These imbalances may disrupt communication within the brain and impair cognitive functions, such as memory and concentration. Depression also affects the brain's structure. Research has shown that prolonged depression may lead to a reduction in the size of certain brain regions, including the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex. These changes are partly due to reduced neurogenesis, the production of new neurons, and a decrease in the volume of gray matter, which contains most of the brain's neuronal cell bodies. A study with around 300 remitted major depressive patients found that older age and more depressive episodes were linked to reduced activity in the left superior frontal gyrus. 9. Overuse of technology. The overuse of technology, particularly smartphones, computers, and tablets, has become a concern for brain health in the digital age. The blue light emitted by screens inhibits the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. This may lead to difficulty falling asleep, poor sleep quality, and reduced sleep duration, all of which impair cognitive functions such as attention, memory, and decision-making. Additionally, the brain's neural circuitry is adaptable and may be reshaped by experience. Neuroplasticity. Frequent task switching promoted by technology use may rewire the brain to favor shallow, fragmented attention over deep, sustained focus. Social media, in particular, may lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression due to constant social comparison and fear of missing out, FOMO, potentially leading to altered mood and increased susceptibility to mental health disorders. Setting limits on screen time, especially before bedtime, may help minimize blue light exposure and protect sleep quality. Engaging in regular digital detoxes or periods of technology-free time may also help restore attentional capacity and reduce stress. 10. Skipping breakfast. The brain, which is only a fraction of the body's weight, is a metabolic powerhouse that consumes about 20% of the body's energy. After a night of fasting, the brain's glucose reserves are low and breakfast plays a critical role in replenishing them. Glucose is the primary fuel for the brain, and without a steady supply, cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and processing speed may suffer. Skipping breakfast means the brain must operate with insufficient fuel, leading to decreased concentration and productivity and increased irritability and fatigue. A study with 29 schoolchildren tested across 4 mornings with different breakfast options, Cheerios, Shreddies, a glucose drink, or no breakfast, revealed that while attention and memory declined after consuming the glucose drink or skipping breakfast, these declines were notably less after eating cereal rich in complex carbohydrates, which may effectively maintain cognitive performance throughout the morning. 11. Listening to loud music. Exposure to loud noise, particularly over prolonged periods, may have a detrimental impact on brain health. Loud noises may cause immediate, irreversible damage to the hair cells in the cochlea, the spiral cavity of the inner ear. These hair cells are responsible for translating sound vibrations into electrical signals that travel to the brain via the auditory nerve. Once damaged, these cells do not regenerate, leading to permanent hearing loss and affecting the brain's ability to process sound. Beyond the cochlea, prolonged exposure to loud noise may lead to neuroplastic changes in the brain's auditory cortex, the area responsible for processing sound. The brain may attempt to compensate for hearing loss by reallocating sensory processing resources, which may impair the ability to discern speech from noise. A study with 54 young participants showed significant impairment in cognitive performance at 95 decibel. Using earplugs or noise-cancelling headphones may significantly reduce the intensity of sound reaching the eardrum, protecting the hair cells in the cochlea from damage. 12. Inadequate sunlight exposure. Vitamin D, often dubbed the sunshine vitamin, is synthesized in the skin in response to sunlight. Beyond its well-known role in bone health, vitamin D is crucial for brain function, influencing the synthesis of neurotransmitters and protecting neurons against damage. Low levels of vitamin D have been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline, mood disorders such as depression, and a higher likelihood of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's disease. A study of 16,800 adults aged about 45 years revealed that reduced sunlight exposure is linked to higher cognitive impairment risk, particularly in depressed individuals. This pioneering large cohort study assessing the impact of 2 weeks sunlight exposure on cognition underscores the critical role of environmental factors in maintaining brain health. About 10 to 30 minutes of midday sunlight several times a week is often enough for most people to maintain adequate vitamin D levels, though factors like skin color, age, geographic location, and season may affect individual needs. Now let's look at 5 foods you should eat to protect your brain. Nourishing the brain with the right foods may bolster its health and functionality. Here are 5 foods that are particularly beneficial. 1. Fatty fish. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines are crucial for brain health. Omega-3s are essential for building brain and nerve cells, enhancing learning and improving memory. 2. Blueberries. Blueberries and other deeply colored berries deliver anthocyanins, a group of plant compounds with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, potentially preventing brain aging and neurodegenerative diseases. 3. Turmeric. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, may cross the blood-brain barrier and directly enter the brain to benefit the cells there. It's known to boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a type of growth hormone that helps brain cells grow. 4. Broccoli. Packed with powerful plant compounds, including antioxidants, broccoli is also very high in vitamin K. This fat-soluble vitamin is essential for forming sphingolipids, a type of fat densely packed into brain cells. 5. Nuts and seeds. As the brain is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress, which may contribute to age-related cognitive decline and brain diseases, vitamin E is a vital nutrient for brain health. Almonds, hazelnuts, and sunflower seeds are among the best sources of vitamin E. Our daily habits have a profound impact on our brain health. By understanding and modifying behaviors that harm the brain, we may take proactive steps toward preserving our cognitive functions and overall well-being. Prioritizing sleep, managing stress, maintaining a healthy diet, staying hydrated, exercising regularly, and fostering positive social connections are just a few ways to support brain health. Now that we have discussed the many habits that damage our brains, let's dive into other topics of interest. Interested in knowing more about tips and tricks to shed pounds easily? Let's keep the conversation going with a couple more weight loss related videos. Shall we? Watch. Lose weight with these 10 foods. You may also try our video on 16 quick but strange weight loss tips you may use. Go ahead, click one. Or better yet, watch both and learn more about weight loss and nutrition. How many of the earlier mentioned habits do you follow in your everyday life? Let us know in the comments below.